just gonna do a little weekly outlook, go over some news, see what I'm basically looking for the week. Tomorrow, well, basically, the week doesn't look that bad, to be honest. Sunday, obviously nothing, no news. We got Monday, no news Monday. We'll see how we come off into that, because we had a holiday on Friday. So, if the market wants to move, it probably will. It just might be kind of a little messy. We'll see how it moves. I'm not looking for any crazy range or expansion tomorrow, but we will see. On Tuesday, we do have a bunch of Forex news, but that is nothing related to NASDAQ or NQES, so we do not have to worry about that. So Monday and Tuesday, I think going to be our pretty prime, maybe low or high resistance days. We'll see. But then, of course, we have FOMC on Wednesday, and that really shouldn't impact anything, especially with it not being like an FOMC, like a funds or anything like that. So we're looking good with that. And then finally on Thursday and Friday, we got some news for actually hold on. Yeah, I was about to say, right? Yeah, we don't got no news on Friday. So we only have USD news on Thursday, which honestly kind of surprising. I would not expect that. So whole week's looking great to trade. No roadblocks, no barriers, just straight trading. So that's the news. And when it comes to weekly outlook, honestly, I do believe you will still be bullish. We don't have anything. All right. So honestly, I would love to see the weekly retracement into our weekly fair value gap. So possibly a bearish week after taking all-time highs. We just swept them, and we haven't got a retracement since the 23rd was the start of that week. So we've been just straight pumping for quite a bit now. So I'd want to see some sort of retracement down into this weekly fair value gap. If my Wi-Fi loads, I will get to the daily time frame, which should be better. But no, I'm going into the week pretty good account-wise, so we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm definitely looking at these lows right here, Wednesday's low, and especially if you notice on the weekly, we do have a weekly breaker block right there on the, I believe it was Monday the 10th of February. That is our breaker block. It is the last up move that sent us lower into taking out major sell side down here. So yes, I am looking for kind of lower prices and taking out this weekly low. On the daily, basically the same thing. I like how we didn't take this low very deep, because then that would basically tell me we kind of want to run. And especially with this gap down today, we had a crazy gap down today, quite a bit, almost 100 points, more than 100 points for sure, gap down. So obviously we'll see how that goes. And then if we go on to the 1 hour, we can see, yeah, we basically filled in new week opening gap already, so we probably just won't have to worry about that at all. So yeah, basically a retracement aiming for our Wednesday low that we just created, coming off of all-time highs. That'd be a pretty good retracement into, I would say on the daily, because it also aligns with our daily buys, which would be for this upper fair value gap to remain. I believe there's a volume. Yep, there is a volume bounce. It would remain with our buys for this fair value gap to stay respected, and I don't really want to see this fair value gap get filled. And yeah, if I see this starting to get filled, especially this week, I will be bearish. So let me just go here, because if we go there, I'm gonna be bearish until probably I don't even want to think about some crazy stuff, but I don't want to be a little downer, but I think even maybe that low, but that would be kind of nuts. So yeah, I would like us to remain above this fair value gap for sure. because it's in our 2 fair value gap sequence. It's hard to see on the daily if these are volume imbalances. Yeah, if we just remain above there, I would like that a lot. And yeah, and let's see how that kind of works with ES. We created 1 fair value gap, 2 fair value gap, and then we just continue to push up, took our all-time highs. And then I remember ES was definitely stronger than NASDAQ going into the end of the week. Yeah, for sure. We took all-time highs by quite a bit on ES. And honestly, we haven't seen any retracement. So this kind of adds to the bias of seeing this weekly fair value gap come and get filled. But at the same time, I feel like ES will be kind of messier compared to NASDAQ. So NASDAQ's kind of my relier I'm going to be going off of. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Going into the week pretty good with account wise. I haven't touched my 50Ks on Top Step yet, and my apexes are up about 2K on like total from 225Ks. So like 1K on each essentially. So we'll see how that's gonna go. I'm pretty optimistic about this week. Just remember, stay disciplined, and then yeah, I'm liking where we're at right now. And then honestly, like this case scenario to come down here would be kind of nuts, but you know it still is in the picture. Especially if this daily fair value gap gets tapped into, I feel like it'd be great. So we're gonna head down to there because if you also look, it kind of aligns with our 2 fair value gap sequence on the weekly. We have our upper fair value gap right there, and then our lower one right here, which I'd want to see remain unfilled. So if price wanted to come down here, it could. Do I want it to? We'll see. So that's all for y'all. Have a good night. Let's have a good trading week. Let's get this shit.